Classroom management is a topic that is very broad and can be overwhelming to understand. This term refers to the wide variety of skills and techniques that teachers use to keep students organized, orderly, focused, attentive, on task, and academically productive during a class. When teachers implement classroom management, they are able to minimize student behaviors that negatively affect the ability to learn in the classroom as well as other classmates. One of the main focuses of classroom management is compliance. Compliance is defined as rules and strategies used to make sure students are sitting in their seats, following directions, and listening attentively. Now, what is classroom management? Classroom management establishes and sustains an orderly environment in the classroom, increases meaningful academic learning, and facilitates social and emotional growth, and decreases negative behaviors and increases the time spent in the classroom engaged. A chaotic classroom can exhaust teachers and contribute to higher stress levels. It is important to implement classroom management into classrooms to increase positive learning outcomes in students. Where do you begin? Begin by building relationships with your students. Get to know your students and what they like. What are your students' strengths and challenges? Investing in your students builds trust and respect. Create a solid plan. Know what you are going to do in the classroom before the first day of school. Enforce rules and consequences consistently. Students will have a better understanding of how the classroom is run. Make sure that you get the students excited about the year and the community that they will build because of respecting these rules. Understand that sometimes a plan for classroom management does not work. Work with your class to make a set of community rules that you all can agree on. Adjust your style as you learn what is best for your classroom. Finally, have a clear, reliable routine and procedure. Kids feel safe when they know what is expected of them. A few ideas include: do not use vague rules. Giving your students specific rules to follow will decrease confusion about what they should and should not do. Do not have rules that you are unwilling to enforce. Students will recognize your lack of attention to a rule you do not enforce in the classroom. Do not engage in ambiguous or inconsistent treatment of misbehavior. Consistency is key in classroom management. If you yourself are not following the organization of the classroom, you cannot expect your students to. Do not use overly harsh or embarrassing punishments or punishments delivered without accompanying support. Publicly humiliating a student is one of the most damaging things an educator can do. Take bias out of dealing with behavioral issues. Do not punish a student if you do not have a reason to. Do not try to solve problems alone if you have serious concerns about a student. Refer to your school psychologist or special education professional. You are not alone. If you find that a student is having or creating a lot of problems in the classroom and you have tried everything in your power to help the student, ask someone for help or advice. Classroom management can be overwhelming and bland, so be yourself and find ways to make it fun. Remember that your students are learning and they will make mistakes. The way you manage your classroom will be one of the determining factors of your students' productivity and comfort. And from your future 21st century educators, thank you for watching.